Oh, hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is a really special edition of Ask NP Deidre. Ask NP Deidre has set us up with Ashley, our health services admin, with Aspire Wellness and Integrative Health out of Ohio. And she makes some healthy, gut friendly, you're never going to believe what I'm going to tell you, marshmallows. Healthy marshmallows. And I'm so excited. Ashley is going to show us how to do it. We're also going to make sure we get the recipe to you in our chat. And in the meantime, we have nurse practitioner Deidre, who is still with a patient, so she'll be joining us in just a few. But I can't wait to get started. I literally can't hold off anymore. Ashley, welcome. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible healthy marshmallows with us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me. They have been a hit around my home. So can't wait to share them as we approach, for those that are in the colder months, some hot chocolate add-ons.
I love it. Marshmallows. Do you, with these marshmallows, can you put them over a fire and toast them
You
and
know,
roast them?
they're not ideal for s'mores
Okay.
because they just melt so quickly. But everything else you'd possibly want a marshmallow for, they're perfect.
Oh, fantastic. So how did you come up with the idea for these healthy marshmallows? And do you have a name for them?
I should come up with a name for them. We have
Yes, you
joked
should.
around the office because when patients come in and we offer them coffee, of course, we always offer if they would like a gelatin, grass-fed, collagen boosting marshmallow with their coffee. We have talked about
Gosh.
branding them. So I'm sure if that's the route that we go, we'll come up with a name for them. But honestly, it's just social media. I saw them being shared.
Yeah.
I think it was Turner Farms on YouTube. She was boasting about having an immune boosting marshmallow. And I had a
Gosh.
friend try them out, and they looked not only so cute, but super easy. So I gave it a whirl and I never looked back. They have been made about every 5 to 7 days around my house
All year long?
all year long. Yes,
So
ma'am.
before we started, you were talking about how long it takes to mix. So it can't be that bad if you're willing to make them every 5 to 7 days.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
Unless
easy.
you're just a
It really
glutton
is.
for punishment and or
Yeah.
you just love how everyone enjoys them so much that it's rewarding and you just love doing it.
It is both. My cup of coffee in the morning is had before anybody wakes up. So it's like my special thing that I don't have to share. So when I put those marshmallows in, that it just is like one added little thing just for me. So I
For
think the drive
you.
for that is like, I'll make it because I know
Yeah.
what I get to look forward to. Um, but yeah, it is a super easy process. I have had no hiccups. I would say it's just a matter of consistency, which I'll talk about when I start to share the recipe.
Oh, I'm ready. I am so ready for this. Everyone, I
Okay.
mean, we're going to talk about making seriously, but they're gut friendly too. Can you talk about that really quick before we get into the recipe? What makes them gut friendly?
Yes, ma'am. They have amino acids in them. So the amino acids really help with repairing the intestinal lining of your gut, not to
Oh, wow.
mention collagen then can add some protein, good for hair, skin, healthy joints. I even just read right before I joined you all that so you can make it with maple syrup or honey. And if you make it with honey, it actually helps with those who have a cough because the honey can act as a throat soother, like a coat on it. So many benefits. But yeah, that is really something that I love, the gut healing part of it, because so many of our patients and me, kiddos, our gut is like our powerhouse, right? So
Yeah.
anything extra that we can do to help that. Again, I'm already going to drink coffee. Might as well add in that too. It's just been really helpful.
And is this something you cook or is this something that is no bake?
No bake, no baking required.
I was going to say because I was told never to cook honey, so I had a feeling it was a no bake. Okay, share the recipe. We're ready.
Hey, all right, here we go. So you'll only just need 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of, now I will say that I usually just use a grass-fed, like organic gelatin. I do get it from Amazon. But recently, NP Deidre has put me through a total toxin test, and I have realized how important it is to test for heavy metals and mold. So, my next batch of marshmallows, when I run out of this bag of gelatin, you can look for third-party testing and also like glyphosate and mold-free gelatin. And I can share that with you, Kim, a link to
Yeah,
a specific one that I'll be using. But
I definitely want that.
yeah, so I just use a grass-fed gelatin. Um, Nothing too fancy. It's like $19 on Amazon. So 3 tablespoons of this.
But that's
That
not the one you're ultimately going to use, right? That you're going to find us another one. Okay.
finishing it. Yes, I'm just finishing it.
Okay. And welcome, nurse practitioner Deidre just got out of clinic with a patient, really busy before the holidays, but just in time because she is just now sharing the healthy marshmallow recipe. And we got through talking about how you put her through a detox test for heavy metals, and now she's got to change her
Mold.
collagen. Is it the gelatin? You gotta change to make it a little bit more friendly to her whole body.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're making some tweaks here. That's the beauty of being around us all the time is we get to make these tweaks and we get to live with each other and know what is truly going on and be like, hey, I think this is what's happening. And yeah.
And so she's going to let us know as soon as she gets a different gelatin that she finds that is mold free. And what was the other free?
Glyphosate, like
Like,
what they spray. Yeah.
okay. And they actually stated on the package?
They do. Yes. They should. If it's truly what it is supposed to be doing, yeah, they should.
Okay. Awesome. So, okay. So where are we at? We have 1 cup of water. We have what, what did you
Three,
say? Tablespoons?
yep, 3 tablespoons of gelatin. So
Okay.
once you have that hot, it's not going to be hot, but I add the water to a saucepan. Doesn't have to be huge. But you just want to warm it over the stove. You don't want it to be boiling. You just want it to warm the gelatin, and the gelatin is just going to melt. It's just going to dissolve the powder. Once that's done, you're going to pour it into a big mixing bowl, and then you're going to use your half a cup of either maple syrup. It can be organic. It's preference, I guess. And then honey. I use raw, unfiltered organic honey. So either or that you have on hand. There really isn't a huge flavor profile once the marshmallow is actually done. You can obviously differentiate the honey taste, but it's not overwhelming. So I just tell people, don't worry about that. You just need a sticky substance. So maple syrup or honey, and then you're going to use a tablespoon of vanilla. So I just use organic vanilla.
Vanilla extract?
Vanilla extract. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's it. So you're going to put all of that in a mixing bowl and you're going to let your mixer do the rest of the work. That all is just going to blend together. And so when I first did this recipe, it's really hard to know like when it's done, even though I watched the video 100 times, it's really trial and error. But the thing that I go back to the most is I just stick my finger in it. And when it's almost stiff peaks, like a meringue, if you've ever done something like that, which I never had. So, which is why it took me a little bit more time to learn the consistency. You want it to be pourable, but you do want to have some stiffness to it. So once you get that consistency, you pour it into this is an 8x8 pan. You can do it in a 9x9. The marshmallows will just be more flat than square, and I'll show you those. But this is just parchment paper.
Okay.
And an 8x8, and then you put them in the fridge. You can put them in the freezer if you want it to happen faster, but it just needs to set like Jell-O would. And I would say max maybe 20, 30 minutes. I usually let mine set overnight. And then I pop this out of the pan and I just lay it flat. All the parchment paper, I spread it out and I just cut it into strips with a knife. Or my kiddos do. They love to cut the marshmallows and then, cut it again into squares. And then it comes out very squishy.
No way. They really are.
Yeah.
I love your reaction, Kim.
Yeah, they're
I
very
know. I was thinking
beneficial.
when she was talking meringue, I was thinking that it was going to be a little stiff.
Yeah.
And but that's really marshmallowy.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
this is a
so
recipe
go
you
ahead.
have to make sure that the parts are right
I
in
mean,
terms of the amount.
I don't measure my vanilla anymore. I do measure everything else pretty to the T, but as long as that gelatin melts down, and I have had it where it does get a little bit sticky, but it will melt down, and it's low
Okay.
heat. So I guess that does take a little bit of time, but you'll know when there's a clear pan, a saucepan full of gelatin, that it can be poured into your mixing bowl and adding the other ingredients. So yes, that's why I say there's a little trial and error, but if I can do it and I don't like to DIY, anybody can handle this recipe. It's super easy. And then I was telling Kim too beforehand, this fall I experimented in that mixing process. When it was almost done, I added cinnamon. I didn't measure it. I just added it to where you can kind of see a tint coming through the white. And they were cinnamon flavored marshmallows, and they were delicious this fall. I think those were Deidre's favorite.
Yeah.
And you said you could even do pumpkin spice, which would be really, really fun.
We do pumpkin spice. I have actually made these colored. You can add food coloring. So for Valentine's Day, I did them in the 9x9. So they were more flat, and used cookie cutters to cut out the heart. So you put a heart marshmallow in your coffee every day.
You can use beetroot powder juice. You can actually blend it, and
Right.
actually I've done that before with a couple with candies and a
Um,
filling for a candy, and you can make it red. It doesn't change the flavor too much as long as you have, I mean, if you have syrup in there, I'm sure that the beetroot
yeah,
powder won't make that big of a difference.
good idea.
But then you have marshmallows that'll help with blood pressure too.
Increase that nitric oxide. It's low
Oh,
notoriously in this office.
It sure is. It sure is. It's very defeating. It's very defeating.
but maybe nurse practitioner Deidre, she was going through some of the ingredients and why these are healthy. Do you want to add on here in the end, why are these healthy? Why are they gut friendly in your opinion?
Well, I would say the collagen piece of it, the bone broth that she's doing, adding those things
The
are very gut
gelatin.
healing. Yeah, very gut healing. And so, around this place here, Kim, we're always looking on how we can heal the gut. So I think it
Yeah.
starts with that, and then we find favorite things, and yeah, and having flavor and that just a lot of great ingredients. Honey, we're not getting the sugars and things, but you're getting the sweet taste. So we're getting natural sugars.
So you have the gelatin, and is the collagen in the gelatin?
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
Oh, I
Hmm.
gotcha. Okay, I was wondering. Okay.
Yep.
I wonder if you could actually probably put those in molds and make gummy bears.
You can. You can make even, yes, gummies, marshmallows. This says even puddings, mousses, protein bar. I mean, you name it. It's a tasteless gelatin, so it can be mixed into just about anything.
Oh, that is so exciting. And I did find another recipe that online. It's about the same, isn't it? So
Yeah.
this one says 4 tablespoons gelatin, so about a quarter cup. The maple syrup, the vanilla extract. They added about a half teaspoon of unrefined sea salt, a little arrowroot, some shredded coconut or cinnamon, of course, for dusting, I guess. And another option is 2 tablespoons of marshmallow root powder. I didn't know there was a marshmallow root powder.
Is that the ingredient, Deidre, that we were talking about in the office that you said you should? There was an ingredient that you said it would be even more gut healing if I found that particular
Yeah.
ingredient. Was it marshmallow root?
It is marshmallow root
Okay.
because when we look at all the combo things with glutamine in it,
Yeah.
like your brands like GlutaShield, GI Revive, they have marshmallow root in it, and we know
Okay.
that that is healing for the gut lining, and so you get a lot of properties there. So I'm waiting until she adds that. I just get to taste the yumminess.
Do you keep them in the office every week too?
I do. Yes.
Oh
I told
gosh.
Deidre, I told her we probably would be branding it soon, so it might have a name officially someday.
What's the shelf life on it? Because I assume you have to keep them in the fridge, and so people would probably come and pick them up.
That's a great question. You can leave them on your counter. When I was first doing this, I would leave them on my counter. They don't stay as firm because it was, room temperature, but they don't melt. I just prefer to put mine in the fridge. I honestly, people ask me all the time, how long do they last? I don't really know because they go so quickly around here. Now at the office, we have had a little bit of break in October, and we were gone for 2.5-ish weeks. They were moldy when we came back. So I would say, you'll
Yeah.
start to see that. But again, around here, they don't last that long. And I keep them in a glass jar.
Oh, they look so cute in there. Oh my goodness, what a great gift idea as well. If they come out that quick.
I just rinse out spaghetti sauce jars and or mason jars and just use those. But yes, I do give them as gifts. It is fun. And like I said, you can change the colors. I did St. Patrick's Day last year. I made Easter egg ones last year. It's just cute. You can make little Christmas trees, I'm sure, if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Or
put them in molds.
yeah.
Wow, what a great idea. So when you're mixing, what do you use as a mixer? I don't have a mixer at home. I have a
Well,
little hand mixer that has the little small half circle with the blade inside, but I don't have a whole big mixing thing.
yeah, I don't either. And that's where my husband thought it was funny that I was going to share this because of the way that I set this up and maneuver it. I just have a medium-sized mixing bowl. I have my mom's probably 40-year-old hand mixer that's on its last leg because I use it so much now, but I just prop it up on the edge and I walk away from it because it's so
So it
loud.
has to be the spinning one.
Yes, yes.
So you
Like an
can't
egg.
do it. So you
Yeah.
need kind of an egg beater one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
Because what you're
okay.
talking about is an emulsion blender or mixer, and that, yeah, would take a lot of work to
Yes,
get.
it would. That would not be as gratifying as this is.
Okay. The funny thing is I'll probably get it just so I can make marshmallows. And if I go through them as fast as you go through them, it definitely would be worth the while. And I think my dad would enjoy them as well. And when you start making them, maybe we could also put them up on our website and have people put in orders. I bet you would be
Fire would love
apt with orders.
that. She would love more things to ship to people. Yeah. It
Is
is
not the worst. That's so hard to do. It's so hard to manage orders. And I have all my shipping supplies and my scale and my label printer. And then I have my software that I use. And oh my goodness, it's just a lot of work.
yes.
Yes.
But if people enjoy them and they make people healthier, especially their gut, they're definitely worthwhile.
Yeah,
Well,
I
thank
think
you.
that's the thing too. I think it sets it apart. If, like I was telling you, like if I already am going to drink something and then I can
Yeah.
add something to benefit that experience, I'm probably going to do that.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Ashley, for sharing that with us. And please keep us updated as you continue to evolve your recipe with more and more ideas. We might even have to have you come back and do a little demo. We'll set you up with a second camera there so we can actually
Yes.
watch you make
Yeah.
the Valentine's hearts, which I think would be really fun, a lot healthier than candy. Have you ever tried putting them in the freezer and then dipping them and making chocolate covered marshmallows?
My friend did actually. She made them for our kids' class. They're in the same class. She's amazing. But yes, she did the hearts and then she did some in chocolate and some in white chocolate, and they turned out really fun.
Yeah, you could put little sticks in there and make little marshmallow sticks, chocolate
Yeah,
covered marshmallow sticks.
yeah,
That would be really cool. Well,
yeah.
thanks so much, you guys, for joining us. It was really, really fun. I appreciate you sharing it, and we'll make sure the recipe is in comments so that everyone can get it. But I think it seems fairly simple. 1 cup water, 3 tablespoons of the gelatin, a little bit of the vanilla. How much did you say vanilla?
I just do a tablespoon of it.
Tablespoon of vanilla, about a half cup of maple syrup, or um, you don't want the one with corn syrup in it. So make sure it's natural maple syrup,
Yeah.
or a honey from your neighborhood. And that's pretty much it. Whip it on up and see when it peaks, and then stick it in the fridge and then cut it afterwards.
Yes, you got it.
All set. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, nurse practitioner Deidre, for introducing us to Ashley and helping to coordinate this. This was a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me.
I'll let you get back to clinic, but meantime, anyone who's joining us right now, make sure you do subscribe to our channels. Click the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to youtube.com/the @ what is it? NP Deidre. Make sure is it just NP Deidre? It's just the
It
@
is.
NP. Okay.
At
I always
NPD.
forget it. I get so confused because I have our channel for Michael Danziger, MD, and then, oh my gosh. And so ours is youtube.com/the @ the way to my heart. But thanks everyone for joining us. Appreciate you and have a very happy holiday.
Bye.